Hey up peeps. So here with another vid, and this one will be more centered around Arena and my thoughts on it. So I thought it makes sense to do Arena while talking about this to show examples. So for the new players that don't know Arena, it has changed once since the game's released. When it was initially started, it was pretty much based solely on stats. And stats were king, Fury was king. Units that gave you a lot of stats were the best units in the game. For Arena, anyway. It has since changed with the advent of skill inheritance. Some ways better, some ways worse. Personally, I have mixed feelings about it one way or another. I will say it's interesting at the very least. So looking at this, I just need to bait with Ike.
Sure.
That should be fine. Skill inheritance is both a blessing and a curse. I like it on some level. I really dislike it on another, but that's for a topic for another day. In terms of Arena, I would say
Let's go.
I like it until the game became so centered around units like horses. As you can see from early on this map, Reinhardt,
Okay.
he's everywhere. Unfortunately, he is freaking everywhere. Alright, so I'm gonna have to debate this guy here, and then I can kill him.
Let's go.
Alright,
Let's go.
right here, and then the map. I will say it's interesting. I would wish that there was something to prevent some of these obnoxious teams you'll meet all the time. And also, this. I've never been a fan of the 4+10. I think it's a big resource hog. You're wasting 20,000 feathers for a 5-star +5, I believe. But it's I don't know. I feel like you're better off just slowly building it up because it's a long-term investment rather than a short-term investment. Yeah. Also, I just noticed I had the game muted, so turning that back on. I would like to see some changes to the algorithm. Not only is there a huge variance in your points, you can get anywhere between a 10-point value from when you queue in, and I feel that's really annoying. I would like there to be a smaller variance in that way. So this is a good example. Point number 2. First was Reinhardt, second is Dancer. Every defense team needs to have this stuff. And it makes maps relatively samey. So alright. I assume he's walking here, then he's gonna get danced, and then Ike should be able to kill. I assume that's what's gonna happen. We'll see how it actually goes. I am not the biggest expert when it comes to baiting AI. Alright. Yeah. Went exactly as expected. Alright. Point 2. So Est is gonna walk in. 30 speed. Huh. That's really slow. So what I want to say is I can do something like this into this into this into this. I think that's fine. Did a lot of damage there. Ooh, I miscalculated. Ugh. That was my fault.
Let's go.
There's nothing to say about that one. As you can see, I guess it's hard to look at everything when you're playing against a dancer. But I guess this will bring up the other point I have about Arena that I don't like. Also, another plus 10. I feel like this is just a huge freaking waste of resources. You're better off investing otherwise. Like, you're wasting not only a 5-star for that Brave Lance. If you really want to build this character, you're better off just slowly building her up. It's a short-term use. And if they ever revamp Arena, I really doubt they'll keep this method they have right now. And it might be that those characters can become totally worthless in terms of points. Point 2 that I have a problem with Arena. You have to waste a sword to reset your run. To get to the top of the arena, it's expected you do Deathless. That's just what it is. If you can't do a Deathless run, you might as well just give up on it. Top of the arena, tier 20, you're expected to do Deathless. You're expected to get tons of points. You're expected to have merges. And to give you an idea, a 4856 probably dropping off. So I'm probably gonna have to do a couple runs. So gonna drop another, and probably just do one more run. It's a shame that a lot of the arena can be thought of Dancer, Bride Cordelia, Reinhardt, and to a lesser extent, Horse Emblem, Armor Emblem. It's really samey. There's no in between, and that kind of sucks. So probably bait the Reinhardt and start moving people up. They don't have any movement skills. There's nothing surprising here.
Okay.
She has Triangle Adept.
Buddha Crush.
Should be simple. Undead. Alright. Alright. What I can do is immediately get rid of the threat here.
I'm ready.
So swap. And gone. That's a big threat off the map. And alright. So we'll reposition
Right. Yep.
Mike into here.
Let's go.
Move her out of danger. I don't expect this sector to live. Ooh, he lived with tiny bit of HP. Let's see. This is tricky now.
On it.
So no matter what, whoever I leave here is going to be pretty much in immediate danger. 40 speed, actually. I think my Amelie can actually tank a hit from that if I hit and swap. Vantage Hector is always annoying. Move here. Move here. Alright, yep. So this was the quad of cores in high tier arena. Ryoma, Bride Cordelia, Hector, and Rein.
Let's go.
Alright. And he's gonna live. And that's the run. Other than just doing more runs, I've pretty much shown the problem with Arena. Every team is really samey. If you want, and you kind of have to if you want to get defense wins. You only get like the win if everyone actually surrenders. So you want to take out a unit so your opponent's forced to surrender, like I've done a few times, because Deathless runs are king. No point doing it if you don't get a Deathless. in terms of how they can fix it, I'd like them to do a revamp like they did before. Arena is getting stale, and the other point that I have a problem with Arena is once you get into tier 20, tier 19, it's just a rotation. If you're not a big whale and have the points to just stay in there by pure merges, there's no end goal. You're in tier 20, and the goals in terms of like someone who invests a ton into this game, it's not that much. 4 orbs and 3,000 feathers, that's not that amazing. Like, just bouncing back and forth, you're getting the same stuff. 1,000 feather difference, like, is that really worth all the effort? Like, it's more of a pride thing, I guess. I'd like them to, like, change the arena somehow, so there's more incentive to keep doing it. In the current state, if you're, like, decently invested into the game, just tier 19 and 20 rotation, that's good enough to get, like, pretty much all the orbs you'll need, because going up to tier 20 gets you 4 orbs, going down to tier 19 gets you 4 orbs. There's 1,000 feather difference, but they're throwing down so many feathers down your throat nowadays. Like, 1,000 feathers is basically nothing. And in terms of defense, like, I don't know, like, every team is samey because you have to build these obnoxious teams to get your defense. To give you an idea, my defense team is this. Bait unit, and then units that will force a surrender. Amelia is there to make people think it's an armor team. Effie's there to just synergize with Amelia. And then I have 2 horses, which can force the surrender really easily. They're really obnoxious, especially when you take into account Quick Impulse and Hardy Bearing. Hardy Bearing prevents desperation units from trying to kill Xander, and then Reinhardt can pretty much delete a unit if someone's not careful with it. Even most blues. So yeah, it's just random void thoughts. I would like there to be a change in Arena. It's hard to say exactly what I'd like to change. I'd probably just like to see like some more changes to the arena to incentivize people to keep doing it, to want to get into tier 20, and probably something to promote different kinds of teams. Like, maybe they could like have a month where it's you get more incentives to play all infantry or all horses or all flyers, just something. It's right now arena's really samey. Once you go into one match, you've pretty much gone into like every match. It's really sad. IS has definitely put a lot of time into this game, but they haven't really invested too much into this. They've only changed it once, and I'd like to see something that not only incentivizes the people who invest more into the game, but something that'll also help the people who are not in the top. It's a lot of people just get into cycles, going up one tier, down one, and then you just repeat the cycle once you get into a comfortable rotation. I don't know. Random void thoughts. If anyone has any other thoughts or like to hear more thoughts on this, feel free to comment. But yeah, that'll be it.